Africa is rich, not just in culture, not just in people, but in real economic power. But when we talk about wealth on this continent, it's not always what you expect. Some countries are sitting on oil and diamonds. Others are building tech empires from scratch. And a few? They're playing the long game, in silence. In this video, we'll count down the top 10 richest countries in Africa in 2025, based on GDP and economic momentum. But we'll go deeper, because this isn't just about numbers, it's about who's winning, who's rising, and who's getting left behind. Let's begin. Number 10. Tanzania, the quiet builder. GDP, approximately $91 billion. Tanzania doesn't shout, but behind the scenes, it's constructing an economic story you'll want to pay attention to. It's the fourth largest gold producer in Africa. It has massive natural gas reserves off its coastline, and its economy is grounded in agriculture, mining, and one of the most breathtaking tourism scenes in the world. But Tanzania is betting big on infrastructure, building a $10 billion mega port in Bagamoyo, modern trains, and opening its economy to the region. Mount Kilimanjaro may be its most famous peak, but economically, Tanzania is climbing fast. Would you bet on Tanzania overtaking Kenya in East Africa's economic race? Number 9. Ghana, the Gold Coast reimagined. GDP, approximately $94 billion. Centuries ago, they called it the Gold Coast. Today, Ghana still shines, but it's no longer just about the gold. It's the world's second largest cocoa exporter, a rising oil producer, and home to one of the most promising tech scenes in West Africa. Accra is buzzing, startups are booming, and after the global spotlight of the Year of Return, Ghana has become the emotional and economic home for many in the African diaspora. Add in political stability and digital transformation, and Ghana isn't just rich in resources. It's rich in strategy. Would you live or invest in Ghana if given the chance? Number 8. Angola, the oil giant that wants more. GDP, approximately $96 billion. In Angola, oil is king. It accounts for over 90% of the country's exports. But this kingdom isn't content with oil alone. After years of boom and bust cycles and post-war recovery, Angola is now shifting gears, investing in agriculture, infrastructure, and digital finance. It still holds massive diamond and gas reserves, and with a young population and ambitious reforms, Angola wants to turn its extractive wealth into something lasting. The question is, can it escape the resource trap? Is Angola Africa's most underrated sleeping giant? Number 7. Ethiopia, the land of 120 million dreams. GDP, approximately $112 billion. Ethiopia isn't just old, it's ancient. But its economy? Young, ambitious, and hungry. With one of Africa's largest populations, Ethiopia blends coffee exports, textile manufacturing, and massive infrastructure projects into a bold development vision. Its Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is one of the most controversial and powerful megaprojects in the region. And while political instability has slowed progress, Ethiopia's drive to industrialize, without relying on natural resources, makes it one of Africa's boldest economic experiments. Can Ethiopia rise again, not as an empire, but as a modern economic force? Number 6. Kenya, the Silicon Savannah. GDP, approximately $114 billion. Kenya doesn't mine its wealth from beneath the earth, it builds it in code, commerce, and culture. Known as the Silicon Savannah, Kenya is East Africa's tech leader. M-Pesa changed the game globally, and startups in Nairobi are solving African problems with African innovation. Add in powerful agriculture, real estate, tourism, and a young, educated workforce, and you've got a country running toward Vision 2030. It's also the gateway to East and Central Africa, controlling trade routes, investment flows, and regional policy. Number 5. Morocco, the Northern Machine. GDP. Approximately $145 billion. Tucked between the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, Morocco is the bridge between Africa and Europe. But don't be fooled, this is no middleman economy. Morocco is a manufacturing machine, building cars, planes, and exporting them across the globe. Its solar power farms are among the biggest in the world, and it leads Africa in phosphate production, critical to global agriculture. It's quiet, clean, stable, and incredibly strategic. Did you expect Morocco to be this powerful in 2025? Number 4. Algeria, gas, gold and geopolitics. GDP. Approximately $173 billion. Algeria is Africa's gas godfather. With massive pipelines fueling Europe, especially as Russia pulls back, Algeria holds more energy influence than most realize. But it's not just gas. It has one of the largest foreign reserves in Africa, funded by decades of oil wealth. And today, it's investing in manufacturing, farming, and youth employment. It may not trend online, but in the boardrooms of Brussels and Beijing, Algeria is taken very seriously. Number 3. South Africa, infrastructure and inequality. GDP. Approximately $386 billion. At number 3, we find South Africa, still one of the most industrialized economies on the continent. It's home to Africa's biggest banks, deepest mines, and most advanced transport and telecom networks. It has it all: gold, platinum, retail empires, and a booming creative industry. But wealth here is complicated. High unemployment, energy crises, and inequality continue to weigh it down. Still, when global investors look to Africa, South Africa is often their first stop. Will South Africa hold its top 3 spot over the next decade? Number 2. Egypt, ancient wealth, modern empire. GDP. Approximately $469 billion. Egypt has always been powerful, pharaohs, pyramids, and all. But in 2025, its wealth comes from tourism, real estate, and one of the busiest trade arteries in the world, the Suez Canal. Cairo is expanding at lightning speed. A brand new administrative capital is rising. The middle class is growing, and the population has passed 110 million, creating a consumer market few can ignore. Egypt may be old, but its economy is anything but. Nigeria, the giant that refuses to sleep. GDP. Approximately $489 billion. Number 1 is loud. It's chaotic. It's brilliant. It's Nigeria, with the largest population in Africa and a cultural footprint that stretches from Afrobeats to Nollywood. Nigeria is a continent within a country. Its wealth is built on oil, but expanded through tech, film, finance, and agriculture. Lagos alone generates more wealth than some African nations. Flutterwave, Paystack, and a generation of Nigerian entrepreneurs are flipping the script. Yes, it has its challenges: inflation, infrastructure, politics. But Nigeria doesn't just aim to be rich, it expects to dominate. Will any African country ever knock Nigeria off the top spot? So there you have it, the 10 richest countries in Africa, ranked by GDP in 2025. But remember, rich doesn't always mean fair. The real wealth of a country lies in what it does with its power, for its people, its future, and the continent. Which country shocked you the most? Is your home on this list? And who do you think will rise next? Comment below. And if you want more bold African stories like this, hit that like, subscribe, and join the movement on the Kenyan Star.